What does this phrase mean to you? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Personally, I will describe it as what somebody says or does is not necessarily what they think in their heart. People may be courteous, even polite, but have contentious thoughts and sentiments. Sometimes we speak out positive words, but deep down we don't really believe it because we do not see how, when, or if there's even a possibility. Whatever is going on in your mind, you are attracting to you. And it is attracted to you by the virtue of what you're holding in your thoughts. Wise people have always known this. If you go back to the ancient Babylonians, it's a select group of people. Only 1% of the population earns around 96% of the monies being generated. Do you think that is an accident? It is no accident. They understand something. They understand the power of the mind, the power of thoughts. Every thought has a frequency. We can measure our thoughts. So if you're thinking that thought over and over in your mind, or if you're imagining it, having that dream car, building your own company, having that great relationship, you're emitting that frequency on a constant basis. Your thoughts are sending out a magnetic signal that is drawing the parallel back to you. Every time an individual has a thought or a prolonged chronic way of thinking, you're in the creation process. Something is going to manifest. The problem is a lot of people think about what they do not want and wonder why it keeps showing up. If you're looking at something you want and saying yes to it, you are activating a thought, and what you will receive is that which you want or something that matches that. On the other hand, if you're looking at something you do not want and shouting no at it, you're not pushing it away. You're still activating a thought, and what you will receive is that very thing or something that matches that. The universe will reflect back to you whatever it is you focus on. So if you're complaining of how bad it is, what you're doing is creating more of how bad it is. Mother Teresa, if you've heard about her, she was an Albanian Indian Catholic nun who won the Nobel Peace Prize for her unwavering commitment to serving the poorest of the poor and bringing hope to those in desperate need. The Nobel Committee acknowledged her compassion, her selflessness and effort in alleviating human suffering. Mother Teresa once said, "Do not invite me to an anti-terrorism rally. When you have a pro-peace rally, you can invite me." That is because she understood something. Whether anti or pro, if your focus is on terrorism, you're creating more of it. Let us take a look at the story of Job in the Bible. According to Job 1 verses 5, Job offered burnt sacrifices for his children regularly after each round of their feasting, not just once a year. Job, fearing that his children may have caused God in their heart whilst celebrating and feasting, would offer up burnt sacrifices on their behalf according to the number of them all, so that nothing bad will happen to them. Job was just being a proactive intercessor, a devoted father, guiding his family spiritually, but his focus was on destruction, and that was exactly what was reflected back to him. He lost all his children. Quantum physics states that you cannot have a universe without mind entering into it, and it has been proven scientifically that a positive thought is 100 times more powerful than a negative thought. Now, you have so many thoughts coming to you at so many different times, so you cannot monitor your thoughts. That is where your emotional guidance system comes in. Your emotional guidance system is what helps you to understand what you're thinking. Because what you think and what you feel and what manifests is always a match every single time, no exceptions. There are only two emotions from our perspective. One feels good and one feels bad. The negative emotions, whether you call it guilt or anger or frustration, all feel the same. They do not feel good. All those are guidance saying to you that what you're thinking about right now is not in alignment with what you really want. You monitor your thoughts by how you feel. The way you feel is a feedback mechanism to let you know whether you're in alignment or not. The better you feel, the more in alignment you are. The worse you feel, the more out of alignment you are. What you're doing as you go through your day-to-day experiences is that you're offering thoughts that are literally formulating your future experiences. And you can tell by the way you feel if the things you're moving towards will please you when you get there. You can begin right now to feel healthy. You can begin to feel prosperous. You can begin to feel the love around you, even if it's not there. And the universe will correspond to the nature of that inner feeling and manifest it, because that is how you feel. Namaste.